Hi. Okay, so this is Brennan Moriarty, and I'm going crazy. Okay, so there I am, three of me, I think, or two. Okay, so this is what I'm doing is working on sociology. Been working on this for quite a long time. My computer has gone off. My laptop. This one might work better, um, but so I there it goes again. It just failed on me. It's a real heartbreaker. Okay, so anyways, what I'm trying to do is a sort of research grant proposal thing. Um, what it is what it is sociology. But the thing with this is logic is a pseudoscience, so it is something that is really um, it is imperative yet harmless, yet it is dissonant. Okay, so the dissonant imperative is really difficult because you could say it is and you could say it isn't, and you're just being logical. So this is something where you need rhetorical, anecdotal, let's say, empirical evidence and sort of nominal. I don't know the whole sort of spectrum. It's sort of like coming around, sort of like your eyeball sort of sees everything upside down, and then your brain makes it better, and your heart sort of like gets you moving and stuff like that. So this with the social science, this the research is it's utterly it's like torture really. It's sort of like because it's an argument and this is not what I'm trying to do. Right. Okay, so but on the so there's these two beams. I'm holding one hand, so this stupid laptop doesn't work. um, so you have the sociology, the general happiness, your normal feelings to those are the heartstrings that are moving the general happiness, um, lifting your normalcy, your normal feelings, the heartstrings are lifting up and bringing eternal happiness down to earth, right? To where we want it, we're to heaven on earth. Dissonance, it's because everyone's got some joke or some sort of blandness or something like that. So where we go from this, from the sociology, from the logic, the general happiness, the euphemism of, well, I can't even find the words, but the ones that we really want to have, that in peace, you know, easy, right? Okay, so after all that logic of in your face society, you look at civilization. Okay, so this is this great escape, structures, by stuff, social fabric, structures, windows. Imagine a world without glass. It would be horrible. Um, or imagine a world with psychopaths who just wanted to break everything. That would not be civilization. That would be animals, and then we would be sort of in this back in this rationalization world of lacking normalcy. So, anyways, it goes around and around. It's like this wheel. It's a machine. It's the big picture. Um, so the unified architectural theory is the escape from the unified social theory, which is polarizing. But architectural theory says, that pole is a cog, and so we can, polar cognitive revolve revolutions without any accidents. Okay, it's like, oh, right? I mean, you're just, just the thought of not having an accident is dangerous, right? Because dissonantly, there's going to be some creep out there who is unseen, who is not being grasped by that cog. The cog is like a degree on the wheel, like 1% of the population are either in the wrong place, normative geography, or and this goes both ways, right? The left goes east and east on east, left on left, east on east. very directional, very neutral language that is important because we are trying to ground out. So I don't know if that three-dimensional spectrum sort of neutral grounds and positives. YouTube, right? Something. Okay, so the unified architectural theory goes beyond all the sort of the polar realities and says, okay, let's just find out what is going to work for 99% of the population. And 99% of the population are between 5 feet tall and about 7 feet tall. Yes, there's above 7 feet tall, there's probably 0.5%. So it's probably like 5'10". I mean, 6'10", 2.5, 2.2 meters, something like this. I don't know. Basically, you get this is this uber concept that if you want socialism to work, you have to have eugenics. Those are two nasty words, socialism and eugenics, okay? War and genocide are the opposites, okay? So the opposite of eugenics, genocide, okay? You're doing something good or you're trying to like exterminate something. That is bad, okay? This is pure bad, but you could say the same thing about socialism, it's like rationalizing undesirable things, people, once you say things, you sound like the mafia, and then... Okay, so the unified architectural theory is this vehicle that transports our required balance, the normative, so that 1%, so that 1% who are in the wrong place. Okay, so don't think about the elite 1%, but don't think about the evil 1%, because it's really more like 5% of the population is probably evil. Okay, this is 5 to 20% varying globally. And so these are things that draw down these societies. So if you did have some sort of social concept, what is it, a social ism, then you have, or simply democratic, everyone has a voice, you have to realize that the normative and the general problems are a negative for everybody, okay? So if you try to divide them and say, oh, your enemy is my friend, then you are being a political, what's the word, anarchist? Yeah, so you're just being destructive then. And that can't be, okay? So that's like that's like someone saying, I want a vehicle with, with a kill button on it, so I can just, because that's what a vehicle could do. I think there'd be some gladiators out there who just wanted to mow down people. So the vehicle of the future is to say, okay, it's going to be this road train where you have one driver for like 20 vehicles or more, more or less. And this driver is actually 3 drivers, the mayor, the insurance man, and the cop, basically, or the mayor, sort of that concept. And these people are driving the car, and they've got like this a blank section behind them. They have super brakes, so the rest of the vehicles have super quiet wheels. They're driving on the road of the future, which is 2 little strips of extremely smooth, 2 extremely smooth strips, whatever they could be. Clay, for all we know, clay and sand, that's tarmac basically without the asphalt. Heated for winter, no salts, just super smooth, repairable, compacted down with thousands of pounds, super, so you don't have any bumps on those roads. And all the vehicles are traveling along here. And so, like I said, you have like the tow vehicle, and then you have all these small little vehicles of the future that some of them are carrying cargo, like pallets, just like what big trucks carry, the same stuff, okay? So it could be a load of gravel, or a box of gravel, because you want a tidy world. You will have big trucks still working out there for sure, but to get rid of the fantasy world of destroying the environment and all this stuff, this is crucial. Checking my camera in 2 minutes. Okay, so this is this big picture. Okay, so I'm trying to do a research grant to work on this. Okay, so unfortunately it is just myself. I do seriously want to connect with especially American sociologists, but it's really New World sociology, but it's about the New World, not about anthropology of the people who live there, but of aliens. Okay, so if a Chinese person goes to Africa, they are, an alien, and their child has to meet those norms and identify the geographic. Well, the geography is the most easily identified thing and is the most deniable thing. So if you go far away, so the classic case is Kurt Cobain. He's just blunt. There he is, white man, left-handed. The blue eyes, the blonde hair. On the left-hand side of America, growing up there. Okay, so that's this ultra prime case that is bad because why? People could ask, because grunge, okay, it's like doing drugs. It's like all these people like saying, oh, drugs are cool, just play everyone, carry on, stay calm and carry on. So this is the empirical case of silence, okay? Charlie Chaplin and with a mustache in California. You go beyond the Great Divide, to the left-hand side of the world, of the map, and people don't care, people don't understand, or they're silent, right? And so this is, humor always has a psychological sort of negative to it. So, if you go on YouTube and the next day you read in the news some idiot did something, you're like, that's more silence, So communication through the statistics. So what the grant that I'm really trying to do is basically the whole picture. It's basically the way things work the best, and this is you can relate transportation and the real estate bubbles to this, is geographic not transformation, transportation, yes, destination, but morphological sort of realities that people who are extremely intellectually focused yet kind. What it means is basically when you go to a new place, you can, after a week or 2 years, so I'm like, oh my God, now I realize, and so there are different worlds. So like the far west, we could say the far west is really the English-speaking Britain, England, Ireland, Spain and France, Scandinavia to a degree there, but you're getting into the east there. Especially like England and Ireland, a million ideas. But if you go to the opposite side of the world, say China, Japan, there is one or even the nirvana of zero ideas, right? So that's like extreme focus when someone has an example, a prototype, or really a product example, and they say, the Zen concept is to mass produce perfection. Or just junk, toxic, if you're just selling it, it doesn't have to be sacred. And so you have to find that balance. You have to find basically a unified product that is going to serve everybody and all the needs, and is going to be the vehicle that transports both our dreams and our, I don't know, I'm losing it here, but you know, the general happiness that, you know, space talk, on Earth, heaven, very focused and applied directly, indirectly, I'm not sure really. It's like, um, so, you know, I think like universities are really after the innocent, do-gooder, do-gooder, right? Yes man, right? The person who does their homework because they're happy. They're not interested in making people happy. If that were true, you wouldn't have some of these shooting incidents in America. And you know, you know, some universities. Oh God, I mean, where I grew up, they're all like gay or Mexican. Jesus Christ, you know, it's like Jesus is like, hit the launch off button here, right? Get me out of here, right? So that's sort of the spectrum of the polar, you know, realities that, you know, most straight people, they need a relationship, and particularly if they're desirable, if you know, if you could have, for people who have they're born with some tick in their, you know, their congenitical, I don't know what I'm trying to, some problem. Those people also need a compromise, a popular compromise. Okay, so this is the big language, PG, you know, keeping it so it's very presentable. Everyone can say, you know, you're a parent or something like that, but making it easy, right? So this is the big picture. My thumb is, the tip of my thumb, I think it's got an indentation from holding the camera. Okay, so I really wish this laptop was working. It used to work pretty good, but I don't know. I think it's like, okay, so I think I